Anyways, we're going to go to a little different position here. A little different position. As the offensive man, I don't have much say in determining my finish. If I hit a head inside single, for example, I hit a head inside single on somebody, I don't have a say in how I finish. Because depending on what reaction he gives me when I get my hands locked on that leg, will determine how I finish. If he sprawls really hard, I'll head south and chase the ankle. If he doesn't sprawl, I'll drive up to my feet. If I drive up to my feet and he's pressuring in, I'll go to a dump. If I drive up to my feet and he's not pressuring in, I'll go to an armpit trip or a football tackle. Now, if he squares up his hips and sprawls, I'll go to a cutback. If he sprawls and gets a closed whizzer, I'll go to a momentum whip. All right? The defensive man dictates the finish. So when I hit a shot, it's very important that I know multiple finishes. I have an arsenal of finishes for each shot I hit because he can throw some weird stuff at me. So this time, I'm going to hit a double leg. That last time I got in really deep on the double leg, and I drove up before he could start sprawling, before he could do anything else. And I got to my feet and I lifted. That's always option number one. Always get to your feet if you can. Always drive up. But on the stud, that's going to be tough sometimes. This time, I'm going to hit my double leg. My partner, my opponent, all the weight's going to be on his heels. He's going to bend down, bend at the waist, and he's going to lock around my chest, around my rib cage. All right? And he's going to try to throw my hips to the same side as my head. All right? He knows I got in deep on the double leg. I blast him. He took a step back. I'm going to get a takedown. Last ditch effort. He bends at the waist, locks around my chest. He's going to try to throw my hips to the same side as my head. So defensive partner. Oh, use you stole. Use gauge again. I don't have to do as much lifting. I can use gauge. So he hits a double leg. He hits a double leg and stops. Go ahead and hit a double leg and stop. He hits a double leg and he stops right here. Once he's here, this is the reaction I want to see defensive man. I'm going to bend at the waist and I lock around his chest. Lock around his chest, lock around his rib cage. It's going to be very hard for Gage to drive up here. I've got a lot of weight on him. I'm keeping him down. I've got my hands locked. He's not going to be able to drive up. Once I get him here, this is my goal. My goal is to throw his hips to the same side of his head. All right, throw his hips to the same side as his head. Now, I'm going to teach the defense to the defense here. As an offensive man, I'm going to show you how to win this position. But this is how the defensive man wants it to work out. We're not going to drill this way, but this is how I want it to work out. I'm going to lock my hip, I'm going to lock my hands, I'm going to throw his hips to the same side of his head, I'm going to roll up in a front headlock. This is what it looks like. Throw his hips to here, and then I roll up to a front headlock, and I'm here. From there, I successfully avoided the double leg. We see it all the time. All right? So, that's the barnyard roll. We call that a barnyard roll. Lock around the chest, throw his hips to the same side of his head, roll up to a front headlock. That's barnyard roll. Hey, that's a 2-point or 3-point swing for me now. Right? Once I got him in a front headlock, I'm looking for a takedown. I avoid the takedown. So, defensive man, that's what you're going to try to do. Start off light, but offensive man, we're still going to win the position. If he's trying to throw my hips the same side as my head, what do you think I'm going to do with my hips? I'm going to run them to the opposite side of my head. So anyways, I'm right here on my double leg. I'm right here on my double leg. I hit my double leg. All the weight's on his heels. He's still on his feet. Do not go to your knees. All right? I can't hit this technique if he's on his knees. From here, don't do it yet, but he's going to try to throw my hips. He's going to try to throw my butt to the same side as my head. My head's on the right side. He's going to throw my hips to the right side of here. So what I'm going to do, as he goes to roll me, I'm going to post my right hand. I'm going to run my feet to the left. All right? I post my hand. I run my feet to the left. So he goes to start doing it. I post my hand, and I run my feet. As I run my feet, I'm bundling up these legs, and I'm going to my left hip. I'm going to that hip. Once I'm here, I'm going to step over both legs and hook both legs, or just the bottom one. I do not want to hook just the top. I hook both of the bottom. I always like to hook both from here, flexing my butt, flexing my hamstring, sliding my shoulder up toward his chin, and getting a takedown. So if I hook, stay right there for a second. If I hook that top leg, you can get into a scramble position. So if I'm here and I hook this top leg, we can extend this bottom leg, start bumping up into me, and we can start scrambling, and I might lose that battle. So don't hook the top leg. Hook both legs or just the bottom. I gotta have at least that bottom leg. But anyways, again, I hit my double leg. As he goes to roll me, I post, stop my momentum. I'm gonna run my feet. I'm running. I'm taking a lot of little steps. I'm not jumping my feet. I'm running my feet. I'll explain more of that in a second. Also, I'm driving down to my hip. I'll explain more about that in a second as well. I hit the double leg. He goes to roll me, I post, and I'm running my feet. As I'm running, as I'm driving to my left hip on the mat, I'm bundling his legs. From here, I like to hook both legs, flexing my glute, flexing my hamstring, scraping that shoulder up toward his chin. He bails and I get the takedown. What I see most people mess up on. Without a partner here. As he's going to roll me, I'm right here in this position. He's throwing my hips to the same side as my head. They will post like this, and they will try to jump their hips to the other side. They'll try to do this. They'll jump. They'll put their hips right over here like this. If I'm trying to lift you, if I'm trying to lift up your hips, and you jump up in the air, you're making my life easier. Right? That's just making your hips lighter. If I'm trying to lift you and you jump, it's going to be lighter. All right? I'm going to throw them to the same side of your head. I'm not jumping. I'm running my feet. I'm taking little steps. I'm taking 5 or 6 little steps. I'm right here. He goes to roll me. I post. Look at my feet. I'm running. Running, and I'm driving down to this hip. I have to go to my hip. I do not go here. If I go here, he'll hit me in something we call a funk roll. All right? I'll show you what that looks like right now. I cannot go to my knee. I go to my hip. So again, I'm in here on the double leg. He goes to roll me. I post, and I run my feet, and I get to here. As I'm going down, I bundle legs. Notice, I drove down to my left hip. Right-handed wrestlers. You're going to drive that right hip. All right? Crucial that I do that. If I don't, this is what will happen. You'll hit me in a funk roll. I drive up to this knee. I'm getting a little green for the takedown. All I have to do right here is hook both legs or the bottom leg, and I got 2 points basically. I got to drive up and get 2 points. If I'm here and I get a little greedy for the takedown, I see it all the time in high school. They drive up to their knee. He's going to unlock his hands, relock the leg. He rolls me across. He goes ahead and splits the middle, comes out the back door. He gives up a takedown. Best case scenario there, I lock on his legs when he rolls me, and we get a stalemate. All right, I was this close to getting a takedown. I had a great setup, had a great double leg. I successfully avoided the barnyard roll, but I got lazy and I went to my knee instead of going to my hip. When I hit that bar, when I do that defense in the barnyard roll, I post, run those feet, I drive to that hip. Do not go to that knee. One more time, we'll hit it. Right here, inside tight collar tie, I hit my double leg. I blast, he goes to roll me, I post, I run my feet, and I bundle his legs up. Again, I'm on my hip. Don't go to that knee. I hook the legs, flex hamstring and glute, drive up into them, make my body long, and I get the takedown. Defense to the barnyard roll. All right, very common reaction you see to that double leg, just trying to throw their hips. This is the defense to it. Partner, bend at the waist, you're on your feet, you're not on your knees, you're on your feet, bend at the waist, lock around the chest and rib cage. Gently, start off gentle, all right? Once he starts getting the technique down, then you can start trying to throw his hips harder. Don't throw his hips super hard partner's ever have to move. Gently throw his hips over the first few times, get him feeling that motion, then we can start picking up the pace. Again, watch where you're falling. Let's see it. 1, 2.